So, hello, and here we are back with the Lord of the Rings LCG. We're still playing the Hobbit saga expansion. We've now progressed to the second part, which is called On the Doorstep, and here we're playing the first scenario called Flies and Spiders. So what's happened is the dwarves and Bilbo have been escorted by, have travelled to the edge of Mirkwood, which is actually around here. This is the old forest road. They have been watched by Beorn, so that they do return his ponies. And Gandalf has said that he needs to leave them and that they need to go through the forest and they should stick to the road. They should not stray from the path. And they should, under no circumstances, drink of the water that they will find in the middle of the forest where there is a stream. Now, the problem with that forest is that there are huge spiders in there that they encounter, hence the term flies and spiders. And they will be attacking the guys during their they do stray. You know, one of them does fall into the stream. They hunt the white stag, which they shouldn't, and of course then that brings on their heads the wrath of the father of Legolas, interestingly enough, the king of the elves of Mirkwood, Thranduil, who plays an important role. Well, he doesn't really, but his role is much enlarged in the movies, of course, but in the book he's just a very annoying person, really, and that's all he does. He annoys everyone. Anyway, so this isn't part of the story. What we're playing is encountering the spiders. And there are two things about this. First of all, there is the venom and poison mechanic. So there are enemies that have the venom keyword, and whenever such an enemy does damage to a character, that character gets poisoned. And you poison a character by attaching the top card of your player deck to that character. And if they ever reach the number of hit points +1 in, they basically have to leave the game. Once they reach a total number of venom cards equal to their hit points, they are unconscious and you have to turn them 180 degrees. And if they then get an additional one, they have to leave the game. There's also a weird thing about stage 3 and 4, which I try to understand, because you're supposed to build a separate staging area. So we'll come to that, because I don't think it applies to when you are playing on your own. But if you play on your own, like I do, single-handedly, I'm not quite sure how to deal with this, but we will see this when we get to it. So, into Mirkwood. We have to set aside the spider's glade. It's not part of the staging area, it's simply set aside, so we put it over here. So then we draw our first hand to see, do we need to mulligan. We play epic, so it means no orange cards and everyone gets 2 resources. And Bilbo is now part of the party again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got, So we've got the Favour of the Lady, the Burning Brand, an Unexpected Courage, and 2 Gandalfs, and Elrond's Counsel. So those are nice cards, but they come at the wrong time. We can't use, 2 Gandalfs doesn't really help us at all, because we wouldn't even have enough resources to pay for them. So we're looking for something else at the moment. Something like Light of Valinor would be good. So now we can draw 7 cards because we can't mulligan anymore. 5, 6, 7. Let's see what we've got. Unexpected Courage, Elrond's Counsel, Gondorian Spearman, 2 Gondorian Spearmans, and yeah, West Road Traveller. Okay, so this is the hand that we've been dealt. There is nothing we can do. Okay, so let's turn around. So we draw. Oh yeah, and we also have to Shuffle the encounter deck and then reveal one encounter card per player. And that is when revealed until the end of the round, exhausted characters get -1 spirit, questing power, -1 attack, -1 shield. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to turn this over now. Stick to the forest track. Keep your spirits up. Hope for the best, and with a tremendous slice of luck, you may come out one day and see the long marshes lying below you, and beyond them, high in the east, the lonely mountain where dear old Smaug lives. Gandalf the Hobbit. Now, with these really encouraging words, we need 9 quests to complete this stage. Unconscious characters cannot quest. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically, what we need to do is, first of all, we're going to play Elrond's Council. So this means we have a threat of 27, isn't it? 27, yeah. So we're going to lower this by 3. 1, 2, 3 to 24. So that one is free to play. So we already have +1 in our quest, which will be reduced to 0 by this card, because we will have to exhaust someone to quest. Okay, so what are we going to do? First of all, we are going to bring out the Gondorian Spearman. We are going to bring out Unexpected Courage, and we're going to put it on Elrond, and we are going to bring out the West Road Traveller, because we do want to quest really quickly. So we are going to exhaust the West Road Traveller for 2, and we're going to exhaust, and we're not going to exhaust Elrond, but we're going to use Unexpected Courage. So at the moment, this means I believe we are questing for 4. And then we're going to add +1. So we're going to quest for 5. Because it says until the end of the round, exhausted characters. He's not exhausted, so he doesn't lose anything. So she gets 1. He has 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 in total. And then we're going to draw 1 encounter card, and it is the Hidden Path. While Hidden Path is the active location, locations in the staging area get -1 threat. We have to travel, we can travel there, but it's going to cost us 2 pipe resources, which we're going to spend. So we're going to spend those, we're going to travel here. So we had 5 against 3 threat is 2, so we're going to place 2 on the current quest, and we're going to travel to the Hidden Path, and this card goes away. This is the end of the round. We bring up our threat by 1, 25. Everything refreshes. Everyone gets a resource, 1, 1, 1, and 1, and then we draw a card, and it is another West Road Traveller. And we're not going to do anything just yet. So we're going to leave it as is, and we're going to quest with Bilbo Baggins, the West Road Traveller, and Elrond. We've got 5, 6 in our area. And we're going to quest against, at the moment, 0 in the threat area. And we draw a Wicked Spider. When this enemy attacks, defending player must attach 1 poison to a character he controls. Now this is important, it's a character, not a hero. This one has venom, so this is the key word that we were talking about earlier. It's got 1 threat. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 against 1, leaves us with 5. 1 goes on here, which leaves us with 4, which means we have a total of 6 on the current quest. Then Wicked Spider does engage us, so we need to attach 1 poison to a character we control. And we are going to attach this to the West Road Traveller. So she's now, we have to turn her upside down. So we are going to defend with the Gondorian Spearman. And by defending with the Gondorian Spearman, we put 1 wound onto the attacker immediately. And we read the shadow text, and the shadow text reads, defending character gets 1 poison, give 2 poison to a character you control if undefended. Okay, so we're going to attach 1 poison to the Gondorian Spearman. And then we're going to kill the spider for 3, 5, which is enough to kill it. But since Legolas was part of it, we place 2 progress on our current quest. So we're now at 8. And everyone refreshes. These guys are now basically poisoned. They're unconscious and they have 1 poison. We put up our threat by 1. We draw a card and everyone gets a resource. 2, 2, 2, 2. We bring out 1 Gondorian Spearman. We bring out the Master of the Forge. We're exhausting the Master of the Forge, and the Master of the Forge allows us to check the top 5 cards for attachments and get 1, and we're going to take Asphaleth, and that means that we can now on a later turn attach Asphaleth to Glorfindel, which allows us to quest much more efficiently. So we still have 2 left, and we are going to bring out, no, we're not going to do anything. So we're going to quest for 1, for 4, against 0, and we draw a hidden path, which is 3 threat, so we have 1 plus, so we are now finished with the current quest. So we go on to quest number 2, and quest number 2 reads, the nights were the worst. It then became pitch dark, not what you call pitch dark, but really pitch, so black that you really could see nothing. Bilbo tried flapping his hand in front of his nose, but he couldn't see at all. Well, perhaps it is not true to say that you couldn't see nothing. That he could see nothing. They could see eyes. So we're gonna turn this over. The cries of the others got steadily further and fainter, and though after a while it seemed to him they changed to yells and cries for help in the far distance, all noise at last died right away, and he was left alone in complete silence and darkness. When reveal stage 3 and create a separate staging area for the first player using the stage. If there are no other players in the game, discard this stage and each card in its staging area. All other players advance to stage 4, and I have no idea how to read this. If there are no other players in the game, discard this stage. So does it mean we just discard 2B and we discard this staging area and then we go to 3A? All other players advance to stage 4. Probably that means we're now going to dismiss or put away this card. We're going to go to stage 3A. We're going to read it. Bilbo was horrified, now that he noticed them for the first time dangling in the shadows, to see a dwarvish foot sticking out from the bottoms of some of the bundles, or here and there the tip of a nose, or a bit of beard, or of a hood. When revealed, remove all resources from each hero's resource pool. Then make each character you control except Bilbo Baggins unconscious. Each character. That's great. Okay, then we turn it over. Unconscious characters cannot quest, attack, defend, collect resources, trigger abilities, be poisoned or ready, except by effects that target unconscious characters. Do not pass the first player token. When this stage is complete, do not advance to stage 4 until the end of the resource phase. Combine staging areas if necessary. Action, spend 2 pipe resources to ready an unconscious character you control. Okay, so now they're all unconscious. So now we're going to, this is going to be fun. 27. And we can do nothing. So we need 11. Yeah, we can do nothing. We're not going to quest. And we draw the hidden path. And that's going to stay here, so we increase our threat by 3. And we go back, we collect a resource, draw a card. We're going to spend the resource and we're going to ready Elrond. And then we are at 31. No, we already, at 31. So now we're going to quest for 1. Well, it's actually not going to make any difference. We're not going to quest. And here we have Dark Bats. After Dark Bats damages a character, attach it to that character. Okay. Okay, so we're going to we're gonna defend with Elrond, and there is no attack, nothing, but then we're just gonna kill it. Goes away, but we still have +5, so we're now at 36, now 37. End of the round. He gets 1, he gets 1, we draw a card. And there's nothing really we can do. So we are going to quest with Bilbo for 1. And we get, when revealed, choose a hero to be removed from the quest and make that hero unconscious. If no hero was removed from the quest by this effect, this card gains Surge. Okay, that's, yeah, there is nothing we can do, which means we have lost the game because we will not be able to get anyone unconscious, and with him alone it's going to, well, I mean, yeah, okay. Okay, so it means we increase it by 3 to 40. And they do not collect resources, right? Yeah. Okay, so then it's another card. Elrond gets a resource, 41. We play Elrond's Council, reduce it to 38. Elrond's gonna quest, but we're also going to bring out the West Road Traveller. So we're going to quest for 5 against 3 against 4. So we put 1 on here. This enemy attacks. Defending player must attach 1 poison to the character he controls. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. We got +1 because of Elrond's Council. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to defend with Elrond. So we are going to take a wound. Okay, so we get 2 poison. So we're going to refresh. And we get a resource, 3. And we go up by 1, 39, and we draw a card. And it is a healer. So what are we going to do? We are going to bring out the veteran axe hand. And then we're going to quest for 2. Oh, I think we need to... He's now poisoned for 3, actually. So what was the card we drew? So this one gets attached to. Okay, so we're now questing for 5 against 3. Against, oh god, 6. Oh my word. Okay, so that means that Elrond's now unconscious as well, so we can stop playing because there is no way we can win. But we're going to try this again straight away, because obviously we cannot just accept this failure. As you can see, this is quite tricky, because obviously when Bilbo gets unconscious, then of course you don't get any resources anymore. And since every single character you control gets made unconscious, you also can't really quest or anything. So the only person that can do anything is Bilbo. And Bilbo is not going to be very effective because, you know, you simply don't have the wherewithal to do anything with him, you know, because you can't use his resources for anything, with the exception of stuff that doesn't have any sphere attached to it. All of your characters, not only your heroes, are made unconscious, so you can't even pay for any of them, because you also lose all of your resources in that step. So even if you have cards in your hand, you can't use them because you have nothing to pay with. And of course there are plenty of enemies in there, which means you will get venom all the time. I mean, we were quite lucky, but you know, I don't really see how that can work. I don't think you can actually win this. But we'll see. I mean, we'll give it another try. I'm quite liking it. It's just one of the ones where you go, okay, yeah, there is no way. I mean, there is another one in there, obviously the riddle game, where it's completely luck-based. There is nothing you can do. And here as well, there is no strategy involved. There is no way you can, even knowing what's going to come up, there is nothing you can do. So we'll see what brings. Aha, Crazy Cob, Venom. This enemy attacks the character with the most poison attached, so that's not happening because we are playing, this is before play starts. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's see what we get. Burning Brand, Song of Wisdom, Light of Valinor, that's a very good hand, so we're gonna draw the 7th card. Okay, so 2, 2, 2, because you can't bolster anything, it's not going to happen. So we're going to attach Light of Valinor to him. We're going to attach Burning Brand to Elrond. We're going to attach Song of Wisdom to Legolas. And yeah, that's all we're going to do. And then we're going to quest for 1, for 4, and against 2. Okay. Until the end of the round, exhausted characters get -1. So we're only questing for 3. But that's fine, because we have a threat of 2, so we still put 1 here. And then we're going to take this guy on. So we're going to defend with Elrond. we ignore this because he's got the burning brand, and then we're going to turn this guy into spider mincemeat for 6 against 2. So we put 3 on here, we put 2 on here, so we're at 3. But it looked very promising the last time we did this, so this isn't even an incredibly good start. So it's just gonna hasten our defeat, because we will have the same issue later, because you have to kill make everyone unconscious. Forest Snare doesn't help us because we won't be able to play it. So we are going to bring out Arwen Undomiel. No, we're actually going to do it this way. We could play Poison Snare, as a matter of fact, but yeah. Okay, so now we're going to quest for 2, for 3, for 6. And she's going to give her additional shield to Elrond. 6 against Old Tom Noddy. Venom. At the end of each round, each player must give a hero he controls 1 poison, or we kill it. Okay, so that's a threat of 3, so we put this here. We're going to attract Old Tom Noddy. And we're going to try and kill it. 3, 6. Can we do it? Yes, we can. So we are going to get poisoned though. Attach this card. Oh, we ignore it. So it's 5 against 4. He takes 1 wound, but he does get venom. And then we're going to kill it with 3. 6 over 2 is 4. And we put 2 more on here. Then we're going to do all of this. We're going to draw a card. Threat goes up by 1 to 29. Everyone collects a resource. And even, you know, even just saying, okay, we're going to delay now to bring out a tableau of defenders doesn't help, because every single character is made unconscious. That notwithstanding, we're going to bring out the Gondorian Spearman. And we're going to attach Unexpected Courage to Elrond. And we're going to quest for 2, 3, 6. And she gives her additional shield to Elrond. 6 over 1 is 5, so we put 5 here. So then this gets done immediately. So now we realize that we don't need to do 2B. This staging area goes away immediately, so this goes away. So now, and this is the issue, because everyone else progresses to stage 4, so they are not unconscious. Whereas we have to battle through this on our own. Okay, so how does this work? Each character, yeah? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say everyone loses their resources except Bilbo Baggins. Everyone is now unconscious, except of course Bilbo Baggins, and Bilbo Baggins is going to make him conscious again. Then it's the end of the round. He collects a resource, he collects a resource. So this is kind of cheating, but otherwise it really doesn't work. I can't see that working at all. So you draw 1 card. And yeah. And then we have 2, and we're going to unconscious Glorfindel, and that makes a lot more sense. So now we're going to quest for 6. 7 over nothing. 7 over 3 is 4, so we put 4 here. So at least we stand a chance. While Giant Web is the active location, each character gets -1 for each poison it has. A response after Giant Web leaves play as an explored location, ready an unconscious character. Okay, so we're going to travel here. It's the end of the round, 31. Everyone refreshes. 2, 1, 1. Draw a card. Protector of Lorien. Yeah, we're gonna. Are we though? Or are we gonna bring up? We're gonna bring out the Warden of Healing, and we're gonna heal Elrond. Then we're gonna start questing for 3, 6, 7. So that's -1. So then he doesn't quest because there's no point. So we quest for 4. Over 1. Okay. When this enemy attacks, defending player must attach 1 poison to a character he controls, not the person that is actually defending. Okay, so so that's a +3. So this giant spider goes away, and we can make an unconscious character conscious. So we're going to make Legolas conscious. We're going to bring down the wicked spider. And we are going to defend with Elrond. Oh, defending player must attach. Okay, so we're going to attach this one to the warden, to this guy. It doesn't mean that this has to be a conscious character. We can just give it to any character. So then we're going to get poisoned because it does do damage. But we ignore this. Then we're going to kill it for 3, 6. That's enough, which means we put 2 on this. And now everyone refreshes. (32). 2, 1, 1, 2. We draw a card. Okay. So now we're going to spend 2. Yes, we are going to make Arwen Undomiel conscious again. We could put the so we're going to put the okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to quest for 3, 5, 8, 9. Attacks the character with the most poison attached, so he does this immediately. Okay, so but first we do the attack. So basically he defends. He has a shield of 4. This guy does 3 damage max. Bop. So that's that done. We have 9 versus 2, so that leaves us with 7. So this means we have completed this stage. Then the battles. Okay, what happens when we complete this? Do not pass the first. When this stage is complete, do not advance to stage 4 until the end of the quest phase. Okay. Okay. That is the end of the quest phase. So we add the Spider's Glade. Immune to player card effects. Travel. Exhaust Bilbo Baggins to travel here. Forced at the start of each quest phase, search the encounter deck for one spider enemy. Okay, so then first of all we're going to kill this guy. Which means we put 2. Okay, we can't put any progress on this, that's fine. So now everyone refreshes. And now everyone gets a resource. 1, 1, 2, 3. And let's see what this actually reads. Exhaust Bilbo Baggins to travel here. Okay. So I'm going to put him over here because he is part and parcel of the game, but we are not using him at the moment. 33. Okay. I think questing is important, so we're going to bring out, so this one is unconscious, so we're just going to put him over here. We're going to bring out the Westwood Traveller. 1. And then we're going to put Resourceful on Elrond. Then we're going to quest for 2, 4, 7, 10. 10 over 1. Choose a hero to be removed from the quest to make that hero unconscious. If no hero was removed from the quest by this effect. Well, I guess we're going to choose Glorfindel. So it leaves us 2, 4, 7 over 1 is more than enough. We're going to exhaust Bilbo to travel here. And that's it. Then we're going to refresh everything. It's the end of the round. 34. Bilbo gains a resource, which he's going to spend immediately to make him conscious. So, draw a card. Faint. Cool. So, oh, sorry, we should have looked for a spider, which we didn't. So we're just going to grab 2 now. So we take these 2, add them to the staging area. My bad. Wouldn't have made a difference though, because this one would have just attacked him and yeah, so. And since we're not making any progress anyway, that doesn't really matter. Okay, so, but they would now engage us. When this enemy attacks, defending player must attach 1 poison to a character he controls. Okay, yeah. That would have made a difference. We would have attached 1. And that would have been this card. We would have attached it to Glorfindel. Okay, so we would have drawn this. Okay, so somebody has resourceful though, don't they? Yeah, so he gets 2. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to not do anything actually, and we're going to start questing. 4, 7, 8, 4. So we put 4 on here. These guys come down. So we're going to defend once with Elrond. And he gets the additional, so nothing happens. The character we control. I'm going to attach this one to him. And then this one, and we're going to attach this to her. And we're going to defend again. This time we do take a wound, and we also take a poison on Elrond. And then we're going to hit back for 6. This one's dead. And this one stays. Okay. Then we're going to draw a card, and it's a Gondorian Spearman. That's good. 35. Everyone gets a resource. Elrond even gets 2. And then we have Legolas, Glorfindel, he also gets 1. And let's see what we've got. So we are going to bring out the Gondorian Spearman for 2. And we're going to put the forest snare on this guy. And that's about all we're going to do. And then we're going to look for a spider. And we're going to quest for 2, for 4, for 5, 8, against 4, against 6. Means we put 3 on here. Okay, so first of all, Dark Bats is going to attack Elrond. Nothing happens. Nothing happens here. He hits back. It's dead. Then we have the Fat Spider. We're going to defend with our Gondorian Spearman, which means we do 1 damage off the bat. And attach this card to the defending character. Okay, attached, and he also gets a poison, so he basically gets removed from the game. Then we're going to hit back for 3, for 6, which means we do 5 damage, and it's dead. Then everyone refreshes. This one simply stays over here. 36. We get resources 1, 3, 2, 2. Draw a card. It's choose a player and shuffle that player's discard pile. That's interesting. It's also completely not helpful. Okay, so we are going to quest for 8. Over 2. Sorry, we need to draw a spider. Each character committed to the quest gets 1 poison. Okay, so she gets 1 poison, so she's unconscious. She gets 1 poison. She's unconscious. He gets 1 poison. He's not unconscious. So this means that we are questing, and he gets 1 poison. So we're questing for 4 over 5, so we get 1. This one comes down. It attacks Elrond, nothing happens, he defends, and then we're just gonna kill it for 3, 6, 9, so it's dead. And then everything refreshes. So they all go over here. She also gets a poison, so she goes over here. He refreshes. And we have 2, 4, 5 actually. 3, 3. We draw a card. The Favour of the Lady. Now that's really good. First of all, we're going to bring out Arwen Undomiel. We're going to attach this to our friend Legolas. And we're going to attach Resourceful to Legolas as well. Okay, so unconscious characters cannot quest, progress cannot be placed at the start of the encounter phase. Search the encounter deck. Okay, there are no more spiders. Oh, there is one. So we're going to draw this one. Then we're going to quest for 2. For 2, for 6, for 7, for 10, against 3, against 6. That's 10, that's 4, so we put another 4 here, so that's the 9 that we need, and then the 2 that need to go here. So the Spider's Glade leaves play. Then we're going to bring this one down. We're going to we're going to let Elrond defend. We're going to attach 1 poison to Arwen Undomiel. And then we're going to use Legolas and Glorfindel to kill it, which means we put 2 on this, and this means we have finished this game successfully. And that's it. So we cheated, obviously, because we basically said everyone loses their resources with the exception of Bilbo. I think in the grand scheme of things, thematically speaking, that makes more sense because Bilbo is the only one that wasn't overcome by the spiders, so there is no reason why he would have lost his resources. If it hadn't been like this, the game would have played very, very differently, and I also think it's one of the ones that you can't win. It's a little bit like playing, because you can't prepare for this. And that's something that I've noticed in these 3 games, that you can't really, this is the 4th game in the series, you can't really prepare for stuff. So cards that allow you to look into the future, for example, in your deck, you can't use in order to do the riddle game, which is really stupid because, you know, it means that there is no tactics involved, it is pure luck. Here again, by removing all of the resources and making everyone unconscious, with the exception of Bilbo, if you don't get the web card that we saw, the web location, which when it leaves play, will actually allow you to make one unconscious character conscious again, you're just essentially lost, you know. And that's really annoying because unlike games like the Arkham Horror LCG, which are arguably completely luck-based because you've got this weird mechanic with the draw bag where you have the chaos bag, which is also why I really dislike the game. I think it's not really well done at all, but I know it's got a huge following. The reason why I dislike it is because when you have a deck construction game like Arkham Horror or like The Lord of the Rings, yes, you do want a challenge, but you also want to be able to use cards to your advantage. You want to build a deck that you can use to your advantage, and they're basically taking away the possibility of building a deck and use it to your advantage by simply saying, oh, you can't use those cards because we're gonna introduce a luck-based component which you can't overcome or manage, and yeah, have fun with that. And there is no fun in this, because at the end of the day, this isn't chess, because you do have the luck of the draw. You don't know which cards you're going to get. You don't know what's going to come out of the encounter deck at what point in time, and it can be really crippling. Even the cards in there can be really, really crippling. Like the one in the first game that we played where you lose all of your attachments. That's very crippling. But if it then ends up with, oh, and by the way, that's it, la la la, all of the stuff that you have been working towards, we're going to take away from you now, so you can't really use the cards that you've got because we make you shuffle. Or here we're just going to take away everything from you, so you can't even prepare because we're going to make everyone unconscious. That's, you know, that kind of defies the purpose of having a tactical game and a strategic game, because this game, when played correctly, is very strategic as well. So I don't know why they did it, possibly because they felt that they needed to I don't know, pretend that there's more to the game than there is. Maybe they were running out of ideas, it could be. But, yeah, I don't know. So what have I got here? Is that, oh, it's the Stone of Erech. Yeah, we never actually managed to win that one. So, but I've got another one here, and that is called The Old Forest. So we've got Dangers of Mirkwood, Orc War Party, and Dark Woods. And I think this is actually 1, 2, 3. So these are actually, I believe, games that were made by a fan. The Lost Road, Forgotten Ruins, and Hidden Enemy. I want to play these as well. And I'm going to start with the Dangers of Mirkwood. And we will see how we shall fare against the Dangers of Mirkwood. But that's going to be a separate video. And I wish you all a pleasant rest of the day.